We're live.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Bird's Nest. Today, on this lovely Sunday morning, we have the official start of the NFL season in a
Let's
couple
go.
hours. We're going to start off today with some picks, some quick picks, some lines that we like, and yeah, we have pretty much a quick one today.
Yeah, just gonna recap all the games. Missing two today, but the show must go on. Obviously.
What's going on?
Shout out the socials, Bird's Nest, everything. TikTok. Hopefully we don't get shadow banned again. I think it's over the shadow ban, by the way, guys. I think I figured it out, but it might not be.
Hopefully.
Chiefs Ravens was the first game of the weekend. I say we just jump into it. We don't have that much time, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chiefs look great in this game, bro. I mean, they looked amazing, and
Yeah.
honestly, the Ravens they just didn't look prepared. They came out with so many illegal formations to start the game. I don't know how
Oh my.
they weren't prepared for that, but the referees they were getting ripped on by coaches for not calling that last year. I want to hear your guys' take on the penalty. They give you a warning the first time, so I want to hear what you guys have to think about that.
I don't know. I feel like they were trying to put like their foot in the ground for like the whole season and just be like, we're not having any of this year. But like, I know you guys saw the picture on Instagram. The Taylor, the tackle, he was kind of doing the same thing. So I don't know.
Yeah, there was some questionable calls on both sides. A lot of people were saying the Chiefs' offensive line. I saw the Chiefs definitely. Jawan Taylor got away with a false start that wasn't called. There was some questionable officiating, but I don't think officiating determined this game. They had 5 illegal formation penalties in this one, so I don't know. But
I've never before.
it seemed like they settled in a little bit at the end. But Lamar was scrambling for his life for most of the game, and he had an
I mean,
amazing game.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah.
How about
Fantasy
fucking
quarterback
Isaiah
is
Likely?
he's the new tight end
well,
one.
he'll be number one. Yeah,
He's the new tight
it
end one.
sucks for Andrew Ellis.
He,
Um,
he was doing everything, dude. He was making some crazy blocks downfield too. He wasn't just running routes.
yeah,
But that's what me and my boy were saying when we were watching the game. We're like, he's not just like catching the ball and running well. He's like blocking well too.
he had a pancake
And
on Drew Tranquil,
yeah,
plowed him into the ground.
he
Yeah.
did. Yeah. I mean, he'll be a waiver guy.
Xavier Worthy too, bro. Oh
Yeah,
my.
Worthy has landed.
Oh my, dude, that is scary for
He
the Chiefs.
Scary in
he
case.
moves.
Yeah, dude.
He actually moves.
He's a zone
Bro, he is
factor.
like, oh my gosh.
Um, yeah, I think
Kelsey still staying quiet.
yeah, Kelsey was quiet in this one. I think it was more of the Ravens scheme. They didn't want to let him beat him because last time they
Yeah,
played, he had a great game. Obviously, he caught every single target that was thrown to him, all 11.
yeah.
Do you guys still
But
think he's like
that,
a S tier type tight end?
Yes, I would
yeah,
say S
yeah.
tier definitely, but I think that he isn't the one. Laporta is definitely the best receiving tight end in the NFL. I would say at this point. I mean, I don't think you could argue that. I
It's
really
been
don't.
1 year. Let's go out.
I
It's been
really,
1 year.
it was one incredible year. Rookie tight ends are usually never that successful in a rookie year, so I don't know. I think he's definitely the tight end one, but Kelsey's probably the two still. I wouldn't argue that at all, and he'd probably be
Yeah.
1B if you really want to classify it as that.
Yeah.
I mean, Kelsey had. I mean, Mahomes had one throw. It was like he got out of the sack, threw in the runners with a dart, and Kelsey was just there downfield.
Yeah, that's how
He
they play, dude.
goes on that 3rd and 5. Yeah, roll out. Yeah, roll out to his right. Threw a nice little dart over there.
What about
But
Andy Reid's ability to scheme Rasheed Rice onto linebackers in this game? They were killing him with the pre-snap motion and getting him onto
yeah,
uh, Roquan Smith in coverage. Like that's just a matchup that's not going to hold. I think that that's going to be a philosophy they're going to abuse teams with this season. There's so many weapons that, especially on the inside. I
So
mean,
many weapons, dude.
you
well,
have
did
to
you
account
see
for
the play?
what?
Did you see the play where the Ravens hit Zay Flowers behind the guard and Nelson Aguilar fucked up a first down for them?
Yeah, I don't really understand why we would do that. I don't understand 4th and 1. Maybe on a 3rd and 1
It,
you want to pull out some
actually,
trickery.
I mean, it actually worked. It's just Aguilar fucked it up.
Yeah, they had no idea he was
He was
there.
wide open.
They had
He
no
was
idea.
wide open.
I mean,
He could even turn that field on a wheel route, and they wouldn't even notice him.
I didn't even know he was on the
Yeah.
field. Honestly, I looked at the replay from the back
Neither did
angle,
I.
and I'm like, what is Zay Flowers doing squatting
Yeah,
3 yards behind the guard? So, yeah, that was a weird one, but it actually, the concept worked. I'm just Nelson Aguilar messed up the play. Uh,
Shocker.
Drew, how about Saquon, man?
Yeah, every time he touched the ball, it felt like there's uh just 20 knives going straight through my heart.
jeez.
Um, every time he scored a touchdown, it I kind of maybe want to jump off a cliff.
Jeez.
And as it progressively got worse, I couldn't sleep that night. And I hope Joe Shane couldn't sleep either. I hope he can't sleep for the rest of the season unless he wins, which
Three
knowing the
touchdowns in
Giants
this one.
probably
Hat
won't happen.
trick for Barkley. He had an amazing game. The offensive line looked really good,
Yeah,
but why are we playing games in Brazil if the field is a soccer field? That's
yeah,
my
really.
main
That was
question.
so bad.
I like low-key felt bad, like deep down for them, dude. They were fucking flying left and right. They were slipping.
I mean, there's nothing you can
Yeah,
do.
I
You're
mean,
trying to make a break and you're just on the ground. Dontavian Wicks fell like three
yeah,
times.
yeah. I mean, the Packers had a touchdown situation earlier, like early in the first quarter, and three times I think the wide receiver slipped, including Christian Watts. I think slipped twice on two different routes.
Yeah, dude. Thankfully, Jordan Love is okay. That was really scary. Seeing him go down like that at the end.
That's exactly what happened to my knee.
Do you think it's a factor of the turf, or like the grass? Do you think that that makes a difference on how
Um,
that injury
His
would
injury?
occur? Yeah,
No.
because his
I
knee
I
popped.
think
contact.
I think in his situation, no, but it definitely does come into a factor. And like when it happened to me, like when my knee got stuck into the ground, so that's why like my knee stayed, and my kneecap popped out. For him, it was kind of like in air. It kind of looks like from the video, but I mean, he'll be fine. He'll just
Yeah,
wrap it up.
he's out 4 to 6, I want to say.
Yeah, something like that. I think I saw that exact
Yeah,
report. Um,
yeah. I mean, yeah. Nothing. As long as he didn't tear anything like his meniscus
Yeah,
or anything floating around in there, he'll be back in 4 weeks.
this
but
game,
I would not be surprised if we saw that matchup again in a few months.
100%. Yeah, that was an incredible game. I mean,
Yeah, that
defenses.
was a great.
That was a great game.
I even want to say the Eagles' defense. I don't even think they played awful considering. I mean, they had the big plays that did happen were just complete coverage busts that cannot happen. Like Jaden Reed being that open is just
Yeah.
that cannot happen on any front. But I think they settled it in the second half. N'Kobe Dean looked really explosive in this game. He was like a
Kobe Dean
rocket
looked
shooting
great.
out of a cannon, man. He was in the backfield all the time with some high velocity coming in. He played really well, and I was expecting the Devin White injury to affect the Eagles linebacking core a lot worse than it did. So, and Zach Bond made a great play in coverage, recovering on a throw up the seam, and it caused an interception that Reed Blankenship picked up, and I think that turned the tide of the game.
Boys, just got some news. Dak, 4 years, 240 million.
Yeah, you have to pay
They
him.
actually played that.
You have to pay him.
231 guaranteed. Holy shit.
But Jesus, holy.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Micah
By
Parsons is
far the
shaking
highest.
his head right now, probably.
Michael Parsons, like,
Also official breaking news. Justin Fields will start today for the Steelers.
okay.
Okay. Wow. Oh, we're getting close to kickoff, that
Look
means.
at that. Look at that. Back to back breaking news.
We are getting close to kickoff. Last thing about this game. Quarterback moving forward. Would you rather have Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts?
Jordan Love is definitely the better quarterback. Like, like throwing it. I don't know. Something about Hurts, dude. I don't know. Like, he has some bad plays. Let me tell you, dude. But like, I don't know. Like, he just like, I don't know. I feel like he's like way more in it. Like more of like a team guy. But Love's
I'm gonna
the better quarterback, in my opinion.
I'm gonna go with Hurts. I think he manages the game a little bit better, and he's shown that over the last couple of years. I mean, with the offense they have around them now, like, there's really is no excuses. I think the only thing that might hold Hurts back, and I think a lot of Eagles fans can agree with this, is that at the end of the year could be Sirianni. So I mean, he's definitely in a hot seat, which is weird to say for a guy who's made it to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, was a playoff team last year, but the downfall they had last year, and a lot of questions are coming to the season. But look, they picked up the win on Friday night, so good start by them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a tough one because I feel like Love is probably the more consistent quarterback, and I would probably want him week in, week out in the regular season, but in a playoff game, there's something about Hurts, man. He's so dynamic. It's truly, he's never dead in a play. And while I think he needs to get better at throwing the ball away and he needs to get better at managing his throws and trying to stay ahead of the sticks, I feel like he has guys open and he just refuses to just take the check down.
Yeah.
I would lean Hurts just because of his dynamic ability and because I think the struggles in the red zone from the Packers, some of it was on Jordan Love, and I think that Jalen Hurts is way more dynamic. Obviously, tush push, he can scramble. I'd lean Hurts, but I mean, it's a toss-up. That's why I figured it was a good question to ask for today.
Yeah. It's
One,
tough.
thing, one, one more thing I do want to bring up in this game is that the Eagles did a really good job of getting their playmakers the ball. I mean, Saquon touched the ball 26 times. Brown had 5 catches for 119. Smitty had 7 for 84. So they're getting the players the ball, and
Dude,
they had a
Anthony Brown was so fucking good. Jair was chasing his bitch ass.
I have nothing on this game. We have some key matchups to talk about today. I mean, I want to say we pick a winner for all the games, and then we'll get to the best bets at the end. I say we start off with Falcons Steelers. This is a good game I want to talk about. We have to spend the most time on this, but I think this is going to be a great matchup. Raheem Morris debut, Arthur Smith revenge game. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Starting with you, Drew.
So yeah, Justin Fields is going to start today, so it's definitely going to be a little bit different from what a lot of people expected. I'm still going to take the Falcons in this game. I think the star power they have and the off-season acquisitions they were able to make, I think definitely elevated them as a team. But I don't know. I think Fields coming in is going to shake some things up. It definitely changes the game plan up. So they might be running the ball a lot more. So we'll see. But the Falcons defense is going to be pretty fucking good this year.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm interested to see if Bijan Robinson last season with Arthur Smith, they were running him outside zone a lot of sweeps, a lot of outside of the tackles. I don't think that's going to be the case because Bijan Robinson in college was dominant between the tackles. He was a downhill runner. So I'm interested to see, will Raheem Morris shove it in Arthur Smith's face? Like, you could have been doing this all season, just up the gut every single time with Bijan, and I think he could handle a load like that. So I'm very interested to see how that will work out. Ush, what are your concerns for Steelers Falcons today?
I don't know. I'm definitely leaning Falcons with the -3, but it's just every year, dude, with Tomlin, they're just like such a better team than they are on paper. And this is kind of like a brand new Atlanta offense. So I'm really interested to see. I like Bijan though in the revenge game versus Arthur Smith. I could see him getting in, and I love his receiving yards. But I'm gonna go Atlanta -3.
Yeah, I'd probably lean that way too. I could see this being a game that's definitely close until the end. The Steelers front seven is good, but their true weakness on their defense is their defensive tackles. So I'm interested to see if they're going to be able to adjust and be able to hold Bijan accountable. But also, I want to see if the Steelers, with Arthur Smith calling plays, will be able to establish a run game against this Falcons defense. Because without that, they're really going to have to rely on Justin Fields to go out there and throw the ball 30 times. And I think if Justin Fields has 31 attempts in this game, they're not going to win. Simply, they're just not going to win. Yeah, I'd lean Atlanta.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking over these Adam Schefter tweets, and I can't believe the Cowboys gave Dak 231 million guaranteed.
Yo, that is actually fucking disgusting, dude.
But they had so many opportunities to pay him.
Parsons might have 8 sacks today.
They could have gave him $40 million a year.
I don't know how the fuck are they gonna pay Parsons?
They're not. They're simply not. I mean, they're not paying that many guys that much money, but
Bro, if I see my Parsons in the Eagles jersey next year, fucking shoot me. I swear to God, if that fucking happens, just shoot me. I don't even want to watch football anymore.
Well, we'll wrap up with Atlanta. We'll go to Cardinals Bills. Ush, do you want to start us off with your thoughts?
Yeah, this is definitely a true test to see where Buffalo's at. Not definitely not playing the best team, top 2025 team. We just this is a whole new team. We got all our receivers besides Shakir, brand new. This is gonna be a big test. Defense got a lot of concerns. DeMar Hamlin started, Taylor Rapp at safety. It's very scary. But I'm really excited to watch Marv's debut. Been watching for the last like 3 years. He's gonna be a stud. I don't know. I think the Bills do cover 6.5, but it's gonna be close. I'm definitely leaning the under on that game. I think the Bills come out a little sloppy and they'll pull it out at the end. Last time we played Arizona, heartbreaker, dude. Fucking Hopkins.
Hopkins, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go Bills minus 6.5. Am I play for that game? Give me a Samuel over 28.5.
Yeah,
All right, I like that.
I like Buffalo.
Yeah,
Drew?
I'm interested in how the Cardinals are going to be today. It's going to be a different Cardinals offense than what we saw last year. They got Marvin Harrison. Kyler's coming back healthy. But yeah, I mean, I do like the Bills in this game. I think 6.5. I don't think they'll cover 6.5, so I do like the Cardinals. Um, but yeah, I think the Bills pull this one out. I mentioned it in the last time. I'm really excited to see Keon Coleman play today.
Um,
I
his
think he
yards are
can be
really
a
low,
big
dude.
like a big X factor. Up, breaking news, breaking news. Jamar Chase was officially active today.
Peyton will be happy about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrap it.
And
We're getting breaking news all over the place today.
Hey, we're because we're
yeah.
nearing right by the game time. We're gonna get all of these inactives and actives. But I'll wrap this game up with I think James Cook's gonna get the ball a lot today. The Bills, after firing Ken Dorsey, brought in an offensive lineman a lot more than any other team in the league. So I expect a lot of hard-nosed, smash-mouth football from them today. The Cardinals had no resistance against the run either, and they didn't really make any big improvements to that. So I expect the Bills to exploit that as much as they can. Plus, on the other side of the ball, Kyler Murray gets an outside threat, and his EPA per play skyrockets throwing outside of the numbers versus inside of the numbers. I think he's been begging for an outside premier target, and he'll have that today. I do like the Cardinals on the spread. I think the Bills win by 6, so I think it'll be close, but I think the Bills will get it done. So, yeah, I got the Bills to win, Cardinals to
All
cover.
right.
No props in this one.
I got some more news. Kendrick Lamar headlined the halftime show. Big
Wow.
W.
Wow, that's
Big
actually a
W.
huge W. Yeah.
In New Orleans, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's sick. That's a huge W.
W. Definitely better from last
Like
fucking.
Super Bowl.
Do we want to talk Titans
Kendrick.
Bears real quick? Caleb Williams
Yeah.
debut. We want to just skim over this one? You guys think Levis is
Yeah.
going to look good today?
Yeah, dude. I'm a Will Levis believer. He has some weapons. I'm really interested to see how it's gonna work out between Pollard and Spears. But I don't know. I feel like Titans +4 is the obvious play, knowing that Chicago's at home. They just have such a better team. But I don't know. I'm excited to watch Caleb play. It's gonna be a great game. But I'm gonna go Titans +4.
Yeah, this is a true test for Caleb Williams. His defense is pretty solid, especially the pass rush with Jeffrey Simmons. Yeah, I think that the Bears will cover because I don't see a way. Maybe the Titans offense could definitely compete in this one. I don't. Tyreek Stevenson and Jalen Johnson are a tough corner duo for Will Levis to have to facilitate against. This is a really underrated game. This might be my underrated game of the day for sure. So I don't know, Drew. Give me some thoughts on this one to bounce off because I really am stumped here.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an interesting game to watch because there's two teams that are coming into the season with a lot of unknowns. The Bears are they're overhyped. I'm not going to say they're overhyped, but the hype is high for this team coming to the season. And the Titans, they they got better after losing their coach. They brought in like they lost Derrick Henry, but they brought in Pollard, who I'm not a huge fan of, but he's still a young running back. They also got Calvin Ridley, so that they now have like an actual receiving core out there. So they have Ridley, they have D Hop, they have Burke still. So it's going to be an interesting game to watch. I'm pretty excited to watch it though. And I'm sorry, boys, but I'm about to go shit my pants, so I will be back in like 5 minutes. I'm like screaming over here.
I'll pause. I'll pause. We're back. Little intermission. Uh,
Sorry, sorry, boys. Shit, some shit. I just had to get done there.
Texans Colts. This is my personal game of the week. Uh, revenge for the Colts or Texans uprising? Us start us off. Thoughts?
Me and Mike were talking about this before. The Texans are really, I don't know. I really love the over in this game. They have really weak corners. But I don't know. I love the over, and I'm leaning Colts with the 3, and I think John Taylor gets in.
Yeah. I have strong feelings that the Colts are going to win this game. I see the game plan that they're going to set. I can see some smash mouth football between the tackles. Defensive tackles of the Texans are very weak. Their back half in the secondary is a pretty poor tackling unit. I think Houston's defense is very overrated because the rest of their team is built on a bunch of hype. And I think the Colts are hungry. I think they were that close, that throw, taking the division last year. I think they're going to come out. I like them outright. The 3 is a gift, in my opinion. Drew?
Yeah, I mean, I think this becomes a shootout too. I won't say it's gonna be a complete shootout, but I do think the over hits as I think the line is a little low for this game at only 48 and a half. Yeah, I mean, I'm just really excited to see what these two teams are gonna look like coming to the season. I mean, both had pretty good off seasons, I would say. I mean, they're getting Colts are now healthy again, and the Texans they added another dynamic playmaker to their team. I don't know if Usher will agree with it, but he's still Stephon Diggs at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the Colts in this one, but I think the Texans are going to pull it out.
Yeah, I could see this one going obviously either way. This seems like it should be a pick 'em in my eyes. The fact that the Colts are getting 3, uh, I think that's way too many points in a game that could be this close. One thing I want to ask: Nico Collins at 195 yards last matchup they had. Do you guys see him going over or under 70.5 yards?
Over.
Over.
Yeah, I'm all over the over today, so that's a clean sweep. We don't even gotta touch on this one anymore. We'll go to Jags Dolphins. Tyreek Hill is in cuffs before pregame. How does that happen?
Did you see the videos to that?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
I saw something on Twitter. It was like, imagine growing up to a tailgate and you see Tyreek Hill on the ground. You must lose your mind.
That's fucking insane. He's better spaz today.
Yeah,
I
no, he might go for 250.
he honestly might, and a few touchdowns.
Yeah, the Dolphins are gonna try to pick on this Jag secondary that outside of Tyson Campbell I'd say is relatively weak. I could see a track race of Dolphins players between A-Chain. It's so much speed and sideline to sideline. Devin Lloyd is their middle linebacker. I don't know if the rest of their linebackers and him have the speed to really cover them fully sideline to sideline. So I could see this being a really tough matchup for the Jaguars. Offensively, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on Trevor Lawrence. I want to see how you guys think he's going to play today against Jalen Ramsey taking away one side and the rest of the receiving core of Jacksonville looking a little weak. Drew, you got some
Yeah,
thoughts? Or Rush, you start us
I
off?
still have faith in Lawrence. I'm really excited to see Brian Thompson's debut. Even Gabe Davis, I guess, but I don't know. Their offense could definitely stick with them in this game. It's just that's what he said. Their defense has so many question marks. I don't know, but I love Miami -3 and Tyreek exploding today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence, he's the $1 million man now. I mean, he got paid this offseason, so they showed that they have complete confidence in him. Now it's his job to back that confidence up. Yeah, I still like the Dolphins to cover 3. You can even also like change that line to like 5. I still think they cover that. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be pretty much a Dolphins blowout in my opinion. I just don't think the Jaguars defense is good enough to handle the speed that they have at every aspect of the field other than their quarterback. which is another question mark coming to this game because Tua. I mean, Tua's a frustrating quarterback to watch. I mean, look, he could throw for 4,000 yards, but he made some stupid fucking plays last year, and
Yeah.
he was on one of my fantasy teams, and made me absolutely want to lose my mind. But yeah, with that being said, I no reason we go too far into this game. Dolphins minus 3.5. You keep an all spread at 3 for more.
Yeah, and this last thing
I
to touch
like it.
upon this game, they acquired Ronald Darby, who they desperately needed. He is going to be covering Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle at all times. He'll be covering one or the other. I could see that being a red dot, and they just start throwing it at his way. Because Tyson Campbell is a tough corner, and I don't really think he's athletic enough to cover these guys to the full extent, but he'll obviously play some good football and have some great reps. So I'm interested to see that. I took Waddle's fantasy score today. I took his over, but
What
that
is
was
it?
it was 13, but that was before Tyreek Hill ended up in cuffs. So literally right after the slip went in, Tyreek Hill ended up in cuffs. So he'll have 200 yards today, and Waddle will just be spectating. Yeah, I got nothing on this one. I lead Miami. We'll jump in. We could skip Panthers Saints. Nobody's got any thoughts on that one. Vikings Giants. Drew, if you just want to give us a quick thoughts, I have nothing on this game, so I'll
Yeah.
just let you.
I think we win today. I mean, the Giants, they're healthy. They're probably the healthiest they've been going into a season. I mean, look, we don't have Saquon, so that's definitely an X factor. But I can't wait to watch Neighbors out there. He's going to be
That's
so
gonna be
dominant. He'll probably have 8 catches in that first half by himself. But yeah, I mean, this is the first opportunity for Daniel Jones to show the Giants that look, you paid me this money, you got me a wide receiver. Now let's go win football games. Will that probably happen? Probably not, knowing the Daniel Jones that we've seen over the last 4 years. But look, I go into every season optimistic when it comes to Daniel Jones.
You have to.
I I'm not going and shitting on him just yet. Let's, let me lose my mind for a week or two, and then I'll start shitting on him and be like, all right, we're gonna have the first pick in the draft and pick quarterback. But right now, I think we take the Vikings this week. They're just without Darnold, without sorry, not without McCarthy. I think it's gonna be a little tough. I'm not a huge Darnold believer, and I just don't think they're anything crazy good this year. But the Giants typically play well against the Vikings, so we'll see.
Yo, Dave Portnoy just threw 100,000 on the Texans to win it all.
Thank you.
100,000.
Dave Portnoy, you just guaranteed the Lions a Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh. They're not even a top three team in the AFC. Holy shit.
I mean, look, he's been hot on his championship picks this year, so I mean, it's definitely something.
Yeah, he's been cooking, dude.
Yeah, but I don't see that lasting much longer if he's taking that. Plus, he probably has Michigan.
No.
So,
Oh, he hammered Michigan. And the Fever.
Oh, yeah, Michigan.
the
Michigan's
fever.
a dick kicker, yes.
He hammered the Fever. He threw 30K on them.
Bro,
dude.
who is throwing 30K on the fever, bro? The fever.
Portnoy. Portnoy. Be eating pizza and watch Caitlin Clark train threes.
That's crazy, bro. Angel Reese out for the year. That's huge Bird's Nest news.
Yeah.
Shout out, baby.
Huge.
I like the Giants in this one. I'm
But,
surprised you like the Vikings. Me and us were Team Giants.
Yeah, I love the Giants one. I'm really excited to watch the new D-line play with Burns there, Thibodeau and Lawrence. Fun.
Yeah.
I
No, I said I like the Giants.
Oh, I thought you said you liked the Vikings. I apologize. It's my fault. That's
No,
terrible
no.
podcasting by me. Terrible podcasting.
Hey, it's early on a Sunday. You're good.
Yeah, dude. I'm just thinking about kickoff.
It's already been a rough pod. It's already been a rough pod.
It's been a long day today, boys.
It is gonna be a
In
long
case you
day.
haven't seen, my face is all fucked up. And
Yo, I'm sunburned so bad too, bro. Fucking pissed.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say my face is sunburned, but
Like I said, one of my biggest enemies is the sun, bro. I said it in the TikTok. I said, fuck the sun, dude. I hate that shit. But I love that.
nah, dude, you're just a fucking loser. You're just a loser.
Bro. Bro, I went outside today and I actually did feel that weather you were describing. It's actually really nice up here. 55, a little windy.
Yeah.
It's hot
For
as
people who don't know, Byrock doesn't leave the house unless he has 2 sweatshirts on him and 3 breakaway sweatpants. So
For this exact
he
reason.
really doesn't like.
For this exact reason.
No, but this is but this is in the middle of July, dude. So,
If I was hot, I'd take it off. I'm not hot, bro. I'm a winter guy. I'm a winter soldier.
I have
So I
in the
fucking
last
love the winter,
probably
dude.
10 times I've seen you, Rock over the summer. I don't think I've seen you wear a t-shirt or shorts. I don't think I've ever seen you wear a pair of shorts in your life.
That's because I don't own a pair of shorts. I don't wear shorts. They don't look good.
I don't own a pair of shorts.
I don't own a single. Actually,
Barak was definitely the little kid growing up during basketball tryouts, playing basketball practice, straight
All
sweats.
right, I was never that
That's hilarious.
archetype. If I'm playing
I
ball,
will,
I
I
got
will
shorts
admit,
on.
I will admit, Barak is probably the best flopper I've ever seen on a basketball court. I will never forget sixth grade rec basketball in the lower gym at our high school, and he took the meanest flop I have ever seen.
Bro, the kid had like
Barack
a
saved the
hundred
whole-
and 10 pound advantage on me and like 6 inches of height. Who's not believing that flop? That's the perfect time to flop right there. That's
He didn't
key.
even touch you. He didn't even touch
He
you.
didn't have to. I knew where the ref was. I saw the ref over there. I was like, he's not getting that angle. I just right back, bro. But we
Yep,
gotta
that's sixth grade Barak.
we gotta get ready to football though. Denver, Seattle. Do you guys want to touch on this or should we just skip this one?
Alex, yeah. McDonald's first game.
I like
Yeah, I
Denver
mean,
with the points. I think Seattle pulls out the win.
yeah,
Four
this
and a
could be,
half?
this could be a
Four.
little bit of a sneaky game of the weekend, honestly. Kind of depends on the Bo Nix. I don't know how Bo Nix plays, but yeah, I like Seattle.
All I'll say is that in the preseason, the only thing that I would say you would be concerned with the Bo Nix is his ability to maneuver the blitz. And Mike McDonald has some of the most creative blitz packages, and they have a lot of guys that could get to the quarterback in the front seven.
Oh, yeah.
Interested to see that dynamic. Other than that, we'll move on. Tom Brady is in the booth today, boys. Thomas Brady
I'm
is in the booth.
excited. I'm excited.
Did you guys see the commercial?
What game is he doing?
He's doing Cowboys
Yeah,
Browns.
yeah. Okay.
I haven't seen the commercial yet. I gotta take a look.
There's a commercial of Cowboys Browns on Fox, and it's just Tom Brady. Not a single highlight. It's just Tom Brady talking to like 6 versions of himself. I was like, there's no way that this is a commercial for anything, and it's just a Cowboys Browns commercial. Not a single highlight. Nothing.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean,
His mom is so awesome. I can't wait to.
yeah. I mean, going into this game, I mean, we just found out like an hour ago that Dak Prescott was paid $231 million guaranteed on a $240 million contract extension. So he'll be fired up, and at least a question mark for Micah Parsons. I can't believe they didn't pay him out of the three, and I don't know how they're gonna pay him, but yeah, Micah Parsons might actually like put Deshaun Watson briefly into the dirt today.
It's going to be hard for the Cowboys to establish a running game today because this Browns defense is truly remarkable. And losing offensive linemen, no real threat at running back. Zeke is the RB1 on the depth chart, but I would assume he doesn't garnish like a. It's probably a committee either way. So I just assume Dalvin will get a fair amount of touches. Maybe we see some Dalvin Cook in this game too. So
Yeah, I mean, look, they have. Did they ever pick Deuce Vaughn? Is he on the active roster?
Yeah.
he's probably behind. He's probably ahead of Cook right now, but.
So they have 4 running backs coming into this game. That's
Daddle's good though.
That's an interesting move.
like it.
I like the way he runs down.
Sorry for running backs. I do like the way Battle runs, and they like to use him on more outside zone plays. They like to pitch it out to him too in short yardage
Yeah.
opportunities. So
That Browns
Yeah,
defense,
I mean-
sideline to sideline, man, they are a unit. They can really tackle. They're a physical football team. The backside of the Cowboys defense is They lost Bland, so I'm expecting that the Cowboys are going to stack the box against Deshaun Watson and give him opportunities to throw one-on-one. His EPA per play hasn't even been at his starting quarterback level. He ranks 39th in EPA per play since 2023. He really needs to show up for this team. He really needs to show up for the Browns because their offensive line's incredible. My camera goes out. There's no excuses. There's really no excuses for Deshaun Watson. I mean, after the allegations, the case, I mean, he hasn't played any good football since then.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's time for him to put that behind him and actually lead this team to a good Super Bowl run because they have the talent. They have the defense. They have the offensive line. I mean, they'll get Nick Chubb back in a few weeks. a few months maybe. But yeah, I mean, without a big thing to look, big thing to remember going to this game is that the Cowboys don't have Tyron Smith, so
Yeah.
their best offensive tackle isn't there anymore. And wherever Miles Garrett lines up, he'll probably line up in every single technique today, all over the line. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a beast. I think they'll put him on that on the new. Who's the new starter on the outside? Do you know?
The rookie Tyler Smith.
Yeah, Garrett's gonna line up on him for three straight quarters and just beat the shit out of him. They're gonna have to start gliding over to him, and then which will open up more opportunities for other people on that defensive line. But yeah, I'm still gonna take the Browns in this game. I think they cover 2.5 too, so my pick.
Ush.
Give me Dallas, dude. A lot of good news in that building today. I like Mari Cooper on the revenge game, but I don't know. I'm excited for CD versus Denzel Ward.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an awesome matchup, and yeah, I'm really interested to see how the run game goes. I was looking at Daddle over 6.5 rush attempts before, which could be a really good bet, but I'm leading Dallas plus 2.5 and the money line also.
Yeah, I'm also leaning Dallas here. I just don't think Deshaun Watson's got it anymore, and without that, I mean, the Cowboys are thin in a lot of places. It's going to be a great game in my opinion. I think this is probably the game of the quote unquote game of the week. Um, yeah, I like the Cowboys. It's just something about it. I could see it going either way. I'm also interested to see who will hit the first sack today. Do you think Miles Garrett or Micah Parsons will get the first sack between the two of them?
I
Garrett.
think it depends whoever's on defense first. To be honest, I think they'll get. I think they'll. Whoever's on defense first, one of them will get a sack, or one of them will make an impact play at least.
So do you want to put?
Yeah,
Does any of them get 2 sacks in this game, or do they both get 2 sacks?
Easy. I think they both get two.
sack's such a hard stat. These quarterbacks get the
It's
ball
such
out
a
so
hard.
fucking good,
They
dude.
do.
I think Garrett's gonna
Um,
abuse Smith today, so I could honestly
yeah.
see Garrett racking up 3 sacks. That's such a welcome to the NFL, Miles Garrett
Um,
lined
It
up
really.
against you, bro. He's a freak of nature, man. So
Yeah.
yeah,
After just learning that your quarterback just got paid $231 million guaranteed.
hey, it gives
Fucking
Parsons a little
Jerry
chip
Jones.
on his shoulder, bro. It gives Parsons a chip on his
definitely,
shoulder.
yeah.
If Dak had to get paid, I'm a little alarmed with the timing of it. Um,
The timing and I'm like, look, that definitely should have got paid. Actually, I take that back. No, he shouldn't have. I don't think he's worthy of $231 million guaranteed. Um, I I think they should have paid Parsons, and I don't know what they're gonna do throughout the year and next year's offseason to make money for him because I
I,
don't think. I mean, they're paying two of the two of the highest paid people in the league. That's already like what 35% of your salary cap right there. Um, yeah, if I see Michael Parsons in the Eagles jersey next season, and Howie Roseman will find a way to make it fucking happen, I will lose my fucking mind. I can't have that. If anything, just get the fuck out of the division. Get out. I'd rather
yeah,
watch you some other.
in my opinion, you have to pay the quarterback. I agree. He's not worth 231 million guaranteed dollars. He's 100% not worth that. But with the
Hell
QB
no.
market as it is, do you really have a choice not to pay him? If you don't pay him and you are banking on drafting a rookie quarterback, it's a reset, and now you're wasting the years that you've already paid CD Lamb, and you brought in Tyler Smith so that he could get this year and maybe next year. I mean, this year you want him to be good this year, but obviously with 1 year under his belt, and you bring back Dak and CD, Parsons or not, without a quarterback, this team wins no games, no matter what. So
Yeah.
you just have to pay him. The timing, Jerry Jones, he was stubborn, and that's how stubbornness kills you. Could have paid him last season. Could have paid him right after the Goff contract. I think $42, $43 million a year would have been a steal of a contract. Now you're over 50, and that's just what the market's asking. I mean, how could Dak Prescott not go out there and ask for that money? So I think you don't have a
Gotta get him
choice.
right.
You have to fork it over, and that's a mistake. That's the mistake of waiting to pay guys that should have been paid. CD Lamb should have been paid last season, and so should have Dak. That's just the mistakes of the Cowboys front office coming back to haunt them. Salary cap wise, I mean, they're the salary cap you could just claim isn't even real, but it is real. It catches up as we're seeing with the Saints.
It's not real, dude.
I,
Especially when you're fucking Jerry Jones.
especially when you're Jerry Jones. But I like Dallas in this one. I don't have any other thoughts on the game. If you guys want to throw out some props or anything, this is a good one to talk some.
One more thing I will add to that Dak situation is that the Daniel Jones quarterback deal right now is not like if he has a good year, it's actually a steal from the Giants.
I don't think he deserves anything more than league minimum as a quarterback.
Look,
I think.
look, I don't completely disagree with you. It's just if hypothetically, and this is a big hypothetical, if Daniel Jones actually does have a decent year, the Giants saved $80 million realistically. Probably, I mean, probably not that much, but probably a little less than that. Because 40 million right now, 40 mil for a quarterback is like average. It's like the average.
It's average. And I remember when the golf contract came out, everybody was telling me this is a huge contract. And I'm like, do you see the list of names that are about to get paid? Do you see Lawrence is going to get paid? All these guys are going to get paid. And getting Goff at 40 million a year? It's a steal of a contract. That's Lions front office, Brad Holmes. Love him, man. Love him. That's why you pay your guys early, though. The guys that deserve it. Dak Prescott's a locker room guy. I mean, he's the lifeblood of this team. He's got to get paid. That sets a precedent for your franchise.
I didn't. Go on. I'm so happy. Fucking dude, Josh Allen's making fucking $41 million a year.
It's absolute steal. Insane. That might be the best contract in football.
But the thing is, he wants to make that much though, because he wants to win, and he knows he's gonna have such a less chance to win if he gets to $10-15 million more a year. Players like that are like slowly non-existent. Players who just want to win, and all these players just care about money. Like the shit with Jamar Chase is fucking disgusting.
Terrible.
This fucking play, you're making $200 million to play fucking football. How are you complaining? And you're sitting out now. It's just so soft.
He's not even in a contract year to be complaining like that. Like,
no.
I can understand.
No, that's the thing. He's not. It's just for an extension. Like, dude, you could get that shit worked out all season long.
I'm for guys getting paid. I want my money. But to an extent. To the extent of you're costing your teammates, you're costing the culture in the locker room. That's as far as I can go with that. Like, you have an obligation to your team. You're under contract. He's not making no money. Like, this guy can afford anything he wants. So, I don't know. At some point, and especially if he wants to get paid, just suit up and play. Show him you deserve the money. If he goes out and balls this season, there's no way Cincinnati won't give him the money. And if they don't, he'll get the money elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I hope teams look at this offseason and be like, all right, we'll start going at free agency in a different way. Or we'll start looking at our guys in a different way. If they have a good year, pay him. Like, that's what frustrates me so much about the Giants. You could have got Saquon a year and a half ago. You could have locked him up. He would have been happy. And now you deal him off to the fucking Eagles. He has 3 touchdowns, and I want to put a fucking knife through my heart. So, I hope teams learn in the offseason. Pay your guys. Because no matter what, the earlier you pay them, the cheaper you're going to get them. Because the market's only going to keep going up. The market's never going to go down.
Yeah, I have nothing else in this game. We'll head over to Lions-Rams, and then Jets-Niners, and then some best bets.
So Byrock got us off. Lions-Rams.
This is going to be a fucking blowout. This is going to be a massacre on Sunday night. I'm sorry. I don't see. Call me out if I'm biased after, but I see zero path to victory for unless Matthew Stafford throws for 600 yards. There's no way they win this game. I mean, the Lions are going to run the ball down their throats all game long. No Aaron Donald, and Aaron Donald was dominant in the game against the Lions. He was messing things up. No Aaron Donald, no Raheem Morris. Kobe Turner's got to have a masterclass. Like, he's good. He's good. I like Kobe Turner, but he needs to have a masterclass of a game. Jared Verse is a starter. Frisky's a starter. These are rookies. Omar Speights. These are not linebackers that can get sideline to sideline with Gibbs, with St. Brown. I think the Lions are going to go on there. They might score 28 points in the first half. They might go down and score 4 touchdowns in a row. I don't see a path to victory for the Rams. I don't. I take the Lions on the spread. I'd alt it to 20. I'd alt it to 30. If there's value at 40, this game is going to be a blowout. Over's free, by the way. Over's free.
I don't see McVay getting killed that hard. The especially in week one. But what's the line? 5.5?
It's 4.5
4.5.
now. Open to 3.
4.5? Okay, yeah. Yeah. I like the Lions to cover, but I think 10-point game, dude. It's still only week one. You can't expect everything to click just like that. But
Yeah, no,
give me the Lions.
my expectations definitely need to be tempered, but I had to come in fired up. I had to come in fired up. I love Gibbs anytime today as well.
Yeah.
Love Gibbs
Okay.
I
anytime.
wish I had a team I could be fired up for going to a season.
Bro, you've had way more seasons coming in fired up than me. I've literally had 2011, 2014, 2016, disappointment 2018, last season. Yeah, that's it. In this season, 6 seasons.
Every
Yeah, I
season.
mean, I do like the Lions in this one. I think it'll be tighter than you're saying. I like what I said. I don't
Most
think
likely will
Day
be.
is gonna get blown out. I don't think he's gonna get blown out. And the Rams always play well. They're always a tough team to play, whether it's a down year for them or not. But yeah, I think the Lions use a lot of JMO today. Get the speed on the outside. I
Oh
think
yeah.
Gibbs has a lot of touches. Um, I'm kind of curious what the workload is going to be between Gibbs and Montgomery. Wonder if it's going to stay the same as last year, where it was kind of half and half, or did Gibbs really come over and take over that RB1 spot?
I would say that it's gonna be like 65-35. Montgomery hasn't putting in a lot of work in the receiving game. I went to the Lions Giants open practice. He caught a wheel route for like a 30-yard score, and he cooked the Giants linebacker in coverage. So Montgomery will 100% still be a factor in this offense. He'll still score touchdowns, but Gibbs. I think the real difference you're going to see is Gibbs in the receiving game. I think he's going to be a much bigger threat, being on swing passes, screens, and whatnot. He'll be getting dump offs and everything like that. I expect him to get at least 5 targets in this one, 5 or 6 targets. So I'd say that's where the real shift will be.
Yeah, I mean, when they drafted Gibbs, that's how I thought they were going to use him. I thought they were going to use him less as a running back and more as a guy who you could throw in the slot and just put him in motion all on every single play and put him in motion, swing him across that side of the field. You can hand the ball off, get a little jet sweep, little touch pass. Because he's a good route runner and he's a great receiving back.
He's
Like
a
last
fucking stud, dude. He's a
last
domino.
yeah, I mean last year though, he ran the ball a lot better between the tackles than I thought he was going to. So he still has that ability.
He's punishing at the
So
end of
yeah,
his
I mean,
runs. He punishes at the end of his runs for sure.
he's quick too. That's the thing. He's quick. Like he has a good burst. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to watch this Lions team play because they are a fun team to watch. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take Detroit in this one. I just wouldn't say they're gonna get blown out.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm probably getting a little hasty there, but, but I gotta be fired up, bro. You gotta be fired up.
Yeah, I mean, look, I respect it.
Hell yeah.
I would take over in Detroit in this one. If you guys have any thoughts, I have none.
Yeah,
The over, the high over.
be over. I like Kyron anytime too.
Well, we'll touch
I
in
like
on
that.
Jets Niners. This is a great matchup.
This is a huge test for the Jets.
Very big
Yeah,
test.
I mean, I'm taking the Niners.
So am I. Easy.
I would never trust the Jets.
Everything about the Jets.
Yeah, me too. And this is Byrock's Super Bowl run for the New York Jets right here, so we'll see.
And it's going to open up with a win because they're going to beat the 49ers in San Fran 100%. Robert Saleh knows
So
that
you're gonna
Kyle
take the money
Shanahan offense. I'm going to take the money line for sure on Monday.
Robert Saleh doesn't know shit.
He
dude.
knows this he knows this guy. If he knows one offense in the league, it's the Kyle Shanahan offense. So, and also that Jets defense is
Yeah, I mean, as much as you
lights
know
out,
that
bro.
offense.
That Jets defense is lights out. And, Purdy's going to play good. They're going to be able to run it. My path to victory with the Jets, I think Garrett Wilson's going to have a monster game. I think Breece Hall's going to have a monster game. I think that I'm worried that the play calling is going to be stale, but I think all they got to do is put up 27 and they win this game. 27 is a big ask, but when you're playing a team like the 49ers, you have to go in and expect to score points or you're just not going to win. I'm excited to see the Williams brothers. I want to see some big plays out of them. Sauce Gardner, I want to see him matched up with Ayuk. I think that's a great matchup because Ayuk's shifty as a route runner. So, yeah, my bet's the Jets here outright.
Give me Niners ML.
Yeah. A good thing to look out for in this game is that reports that came out saying that Trent Williams, he's going to play pretty much the entire game, but Ayuk is going to be on a limited snap count just because he hasn't been there all off season.
Interesting. That's a very interesting thing to watch. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That
and
changes
that's
things for
also
sure.
that's Ayuk's fault. At the end of the day,
Again, Ayuk's
it's his
fault.
fault.
Yeah, he's a guy that definitely
Yeah,
deserves
it's
some
another
money,
case.
but I don't know. Another case of what we're saying, just holding back your team.
Yep. I like the under in this game, 43.5. I don't really see too many offensive touchdowns in this game. I think
That's
it,
good.
it, it's a low number, but I just like both defenses are too good to a point where I see just touchdowns flying off the board. I think McCaffrey gets his. I think McCaffrey definitely gets his. I think Wilson has a big game, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with that Hackett offense, and I don't really trust Hackett after the last couple of years. But
Yeah.
Rodgers is back; he is healthy, so we'll see. Rodgers might want to talk the Jets.
Yeah, I don't think Hackett's a
Should
good
we
OC.
Yeah.
But
Should we get?
yeah, we should definitely
Should we
get the
get?
best bets.
All right.
Does anyone
Who
want
wants
to
to
start?
All right. Fuck it. All right. I got a 4-1. Give me Tyreek 100 plus. He's gonna fucking he's pissed off right now, dude. He is pissed off. He's like, Tua, give me that fucking ball. I think he's gonna explode today. I like a Curtis Samuel over 28.5. I think it's gonna be a huge role in this new offense. Dowdle over 6.5 rush attempts, and give me a Bryce Young over 11.5 rushing. He hit this both times. He hit this both times easy last year. And then for my total, I'm gonna go over 41 Giants.
All right. What was Bryce Young's rushing yards, and how many units you on each? One on each.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I actually have a 2 on a type.
So 2 on Tyreek. What are the odds on that?
He was minus 110,
Minus
96.5.
110. Okay. And Bryce Young's rushing yards were
Daniel,
what?
11.5.
11 and a half. And the last one was over
Um,
43 and a
Giants
half.
41.
41 and a half Giants. All right, bet. All right.
so in this Bills Cardinals game, I like Cook over 60.5 rushing yards. I think it's a low number for him, honestly, against a defense that really isn't anything crazy. I'm gonna ride that Tyreek bet with you. I think he easily goes for over 100. I think it's close. Yeah, so I'm just looking at FanDuel now, see what other things I like. I think Bijan gets in today, or I'm hoping he does. He's in my touchdown parlay that will hopefully make me a lot of money. The Giants line actually just moved from plus 125 to minus 106. So that's something to look out for. Game start in less than an hour. Let's see what else. See what else. I think Rashad White at plus money to score a touchdown
What are those
is
odds?
anytime plus
Who?
100. Rashad White is plus 100 to get into the score touchdown today. So I think that's something to definitely look out for. As he is a touchdown vulture once inside the 5 yard line, which is a game we didn't really touch on. Was this Bucks Commanders game?
Yeah, we can't get to everything.
It's not going to be it's not going to be anything crazy, but yeah, I mean, I think
Jaden Daniels.
today.
I'm excited to see Daniel's debut, but can't touch everything obviously because the games are actually 40. We're 40 minutes to kick off. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So your quick picks out there, and then we'll ready melt and watch football for the next 10 hours.
yeah, I got 5 1-unit plays or 4 1-unit plays. I took Nico Collins over 70.5. That's what we were talking about that one. I put that as one of my best bets. 195 yards last time against Indianapolis. Don't think anyone in the secondary stopping him. And he's got the best rapport with C.J. Stroud. I expect Diggs and Stroud's timing and real game NFL speed to take a little time. So I think Nico Collins is the guy he's still the number one guy there no matter what. I threw a unit on 8-chain over 52.5 rush yards. If he gets 11 touches, he's going to fly over this. He was averaging like 5 yards a carry last game. I don't see the Jaguars linebackers being able to stop anything. And once he gets to the second level, there's nobody there. So I see a 30-yard explosive out of him to start the game, and he'll fly over that line. I also took Bijan anytime. Algier was snagging touchdowns from him left and right last year, so I think this is a narrative play that Arthur Smith is going to be sitting on that sideline, and Raheem Morris is going to be like, watch us shove Bijan Robinson between the tackles for a touchdown. So I have Bijan. And then my last one is Jameson Williams, over 38.5 yards. Reynolds was crushing lines like this last year, and if Jameson Williams is going to be that wide receiver 2 full-time like they say, he'll hit this mark consistently. He'll make this mark easily, especially with a big play. I feel like they want to get him in space. That Rams defense is very thin. They're very bad at tackling, so I could see him getting a big burst of speed on a screen or something and cutting that total in half easily. Those are my best bets for the day. We're almost approaching an hour. We kind of sped through this one. We kind of had to. But, I mean, if you guys don't have anything else you want to touch on, we can wrap this up right now.
What type of day, boys? Go Bills.
We're fucking back, boys.
So bad.
We're back.
We
have so many long weeks of football coming up. I'm so excited. Good luck to your fantasy teams today, except for you, Byrock. I think your team burns into fucking dirt.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. When Bijan gets in for his second touchdown of the game, he's got 30 points.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah. I think another great quick pod. Sorry, we were all a little sluggish. It was, Sunday morning.
Pretty self-explanatory. I'll take us into the light here. We're gonna do a recap episode on these games. Probably Tuesday, something around there. We'll probably talk. Yeah, we'll talk some college. We didn't get into any of that, so we'll recap all of that, and we'll summarize the best bets as we're gonna be keeping track all year. 8 cars not here, but I'll swing his plays somewhere. I'll write them down if he wants to put them up. And, that's all we got today, so.
Yeah. One more quick thing. Fuck Michigan. You guys can't win without fucking
Ohio State by 50. But he's muted. Yeah, we heard none of that, but yeah, great. Yeah, we heard absolutely none of that.
I'm gonna fucking kill Jerry. Jerry just was calling me. Anyone? All right, whatever. Fuck Michigan.
You're not getting that statement in. So we'll see you guys in the next one. TikTok. I'm gonna put out.
Boys.
But
God bless.
peace.